Once upon a time, the art of the movies was to suspend belief. Today, the art is to create belief. One of the greatest challenges in the modern cinema was to make you believe that a man could fly. They succeeded in a film called Superman. In the confines of these studio walls, Arctic wastes seem to stretch far into the horizon. Styrofoam ice floats on water in a tank holding 800,000 gallons of water. Tons of salt were needed to give the impression of snow-swept plains. This caused many problems because of the corrosive effect the salt had on everything. One speck of it could ruin a camera worth thousands of dollars. Technicians had to wear rubber boots as the salt was eating through their leather soles. Carefully placed lamps, dry ice, and smoke were all assembled to create a mystical backdrop to a magical story.
There weren't too many odd things, difficult things that I had to really break down on. It was much more the normal makeups. But there were times when I had to really be on the ball too. Gene Hackman would come in, I got to put a ball cap on him. And over the years I'd done ball caps and changing them, developing them, and I found the best system was, strangely enough, was to make it pure white. And then I would put my makeup and stuff on it. And Gene Hackman stood up there, he looked close into me and said, "What are you trying to do? Turn me into a ping pong ball?" He said. Difficult to explain to him, and he was a bit worried. Anyway, I then carried on doing my makeup, and as usual, and it worked. He didn't worry about it after that, but at the time, he seemed like he was quite concerned.
Principal photography wrapped in October of 1977, and we had a big party and everybody went home, except me, and I stayed another year doing flying shots and special effects.
I had a golf cart, and I had about 5 little radios in it, and I'd run all over the lot with Chris Reeve in it, going from unit to unit to unit. They'd say, "We're ready for that, we're ready for that, we're ready for this," right? And sometimes you'd spend the whole day with not getting one unit going. There was so much preparation.
Dick was the one who said to me, "You know, if we can make the love story work, the rest of the picture's going to fall into place." And it really became what Dick would call 2 kids on a date.
Is it true that you can see through anything?
That's the stuff.
Yes, I can pretty much see. I feel I'm leaving her hung up there. Because
No,
I
you're
have
not.
to just drift
I'm on
over.
her face. But
Okay.
she's stealing the scene from you there.
Right,
Don't worry about it. Okay, here we go.
I gotta have
Margot and I were like brother and sister, but we had very, very different styles of working.
Is it true that that you can see through anything?
Yes, I can, pretty much.
And that you are totally impervious to pain?
Well, so far.
What color underwear am I wearing? Oh, I'm sorry, I embarrassed you, didn't I?
Oh, no, not at all, Miss Lane. It's just that this platter must be made of lead.
Yes, so?
Oh, I'm sorry. I should explain. I sort of have a problem seeing through lead.
Oh, that's very interesting. Do you have a first name or anything?
What do you mean, like Ralph or something?
No, I mean like,
Pink.
Huh?
Pink. There was one key scene for the whole part for me was the balcony scene with Lois, what I call the balcony scene. It's when he flies in and talks to her on the balcony, sort of about who he is. We changed the whole sort of tone of that scene because I felt that it must be, that the time had come when Superman would be open enough to say that he's there because he really likes her.
K-R-Y. Do you like pink?
I like Pink very much, Lois.
How fast do you fly, by the way?
Why don't we find out together?
And how do you propose we do that?
Well, you can take a ride with me.
A couple of times we landed short of the building. So he'd come in for a landing but drop off the side, just drop out of view. It was hysterical. And other times they drop us too late. So we kind of went bouncing into the kitchen.
These are the Krypton miniatures built by Derek Meddings. With miniatures, it's important to establish the scale. You can see what a massive building this is, and the speed of the camera slows it up to make it even more dynamic.
This model of the Golden Gate Bridge was built on the lot at Pinewood Studios. Finished, it stood 70 feet long and 20 feet wide.